When people talk about improving their life, they often mean building new habits or building different version of themselves. And I used to think the same way. Like making new rules for myself, creating new habits, and doing more. But until I realized that sometimes improving their life not only by building your habits, but also stopping certain behaviors that we are doing and without realizing that how much impact have in our life. When I realized that, I actually started stopping those habits, I felt more calmer, more lighter in my life, and I can actually say that it really improved my life to better way. There are certain habits that we do without realizing every single day or every moment, and we don't realize that how much impact having to our peace, our discipline, to our life, and how much it's controlling us. So in this video, I want to talk about those habits, and I just really want to share the improvement that how much it came to my life and changed my life to better. The first thing I want to talk about is stop overthinking what people think about you. Well, I know, there are like hundreds of people or millions of people have been telling this, and millions of YouTube videos that we have even watched. But that's actually the reality. Like, people actually don't do some kind of stuff just because they really care about others. But they say like they don't care about, but they do. I'm just gonna say it. It's like the biggest trap we fall, like the biggest. I'm gonna tell my own example. For example, before I wear my hijab, before I go to another city to study, before I even start my YouTube video on Instagram videos, it was really hard. I'm gonna be honest. Because in our culture, a lot of people talk about, like really a lot of people. I'm gonna be honest. And your parents will say that, oh, don't give me a shame and all this kind of stuff. But at the same time, if you really want to do, and if you actually think that that's good for you, do it. Before I wear my hijab, I have heard my neighbors, my relatives talking about me, like, why is she wearing hijab, or why is she like doing that, or all this kind of stuff. Or before I go to another city, for example, if I go to another city to study, you're not good girl, and all this kind of stuff. And also before my starting my YouTube video and Instagram video and showing my face, what I have thought, like, what if I'm not good? What if I'm not speaking well? What if I'm not sharing my like my own? What if I'm not sharing things that I think that I need to talk, like clearly and all this kind of stuff? But at the same time, I just want to say that no one is perfect. Do whatever you want. If you think that that's actually true and that's actually perfect for you, that's actually like giving you a peace in your life, do it. Do not and never give control to others of your own life, because this is your life. And do not do things just because they think bad about you or they talk about you. After 5 years, who will gonna wake up and regret it? It will gonna be you. Because I ask myself, after 5 years or 10 years, when I wake up, will I gonna be happy that I decided to do this? If the answer is yes, do it. If answer is no, do not. Do not think about others, because they will forget you. Like after like a week or day, I will say. Because there are a lot of my friends actually say, I want to do like, I want to make a YouTube video or Instagram video and all this kind of stuff. But what if my like classmates will talk about me? What if like somebody talk about me and all this kind of stuff? They will talk. Everybody will judge you. Everybody will say something about you. And if you actually care about yourself and your self-respect and your self-love is high enough, you will not gonna hear that. Because I used to hear a lot of the talk that at the time when I was like thinking too much. For example, at the time I was hearing stuff because I was actually caring about people. But right now, I don't care. Like, I am on my life that, like, I want to build my future, my faith, my success, my business and work and all this kind of stuff, study. And I don't have time for thinking what people think about me. And you're not gonna hear it. Like, you will genuinely not gonna hear what people think about you. You're just giving a control of your peace, your discipline, and your choices and everything to somebody. This is not good. You just need to think of yourself and your parents, your family, not like, oh my god, what if that person will think about me? Who cares? Genuinely, who cares? Do whatever you want. If you want to do it, do it. I know it will take too much time. I didn't wake up one day and decided I will not gonna think about others' opinion. No, it will not gonna happen. It will take time, but you just need to control over this. Like, every time when you hear and when you like actually think about this, you just need to say yourself, does it matter? If yes, yeah. If no, no. But you just need to not even think. So just spending this energy thinking about others' opinion, just spend that the same energy something. Just go to the gym, go to the stretching, you like Pilates, go for a run and all this kind of stuff. Like, do something instead of thinking about others. If you are thinking about what people think about me and all this kind of stuff, you have time. You are not busy enough to not think. You are not busy. Be busy. Just do things you want to do. Try. And I promise you, it will gonna change your life. I promise. The second thing I want to talk is stop comparing yourself to others. Comparison is just quietest but the most destructive habit we have. Like, everybody have it. We're gonna be honest. Everybody have it. You compare yourself. Now the social media is making it worse. You open your Instagram, your TikTok and YouTube, and you will see people doing better than you. Oh, she's beautiful than me. Oh, she's better than me. She's doing that. She's doing this. But there are two types of comparison. The one type, you actually like see it and it encourages you. The second one is you will increase your insecurity. You will say, oh my god, she's beautiful. I wish I have this body. I wish I have this face. I wish I have this lips and all this kind of stuff. Or you will say, oh, she has really good body. How can I achieve that? Or she has really beautiful face. How can I achieve that kind of skincare or makeup and all this kind of stuff? Because everybody have their own life, and some people are still figuring it out, some people figure it out already, and you just need to, a lot of the time, just encourage yourself from other people. Just learn, not compare and like think, oh my god, I'm not beautiful than that, and I'm not better than her, or come on. Everybody have their own beauty. Everybody. You just need to show it with more confidence. Because a lot of the time, confidence is the key. And also the comparison is just thief of joy. If you just compare yourself every single day to others, you're not gonna be happy. Because I used to think the same, like, oh my god, she has really good body, like, why I don't have one? And I will be insecure about my body, or I will be insecure about makeup. That I was like, I remember that one time I was really happy that I did really good makeup, and I opened my Instagram and I saw the video and I was like, oh my god, she has really good makeup, why I don't have one? And I was insecure the full day. But the makeup was really good. You just can't see it because you are comparing yourself. Compare yourself to yourself. Always. What I actually do is I compare myself to my yesterday, to my 5 years, to my months ago. Like, I will say to myself, okay, I did this yesterday and I will gonna do better than yesterday. And you're gonna be happy for it because you're improving your life, your own life. And if you actually see, like 5 years ago, you couldn't even lift that the same weight, for example, or you couldn't do any kind of makeup. Like you couldn't even use a mascara. But right now, you're using your makeup, you're doing a really good job. You're going to the gym. 5 years ago, you were not going to the gym, for example. Or 5 years ago, you couldn't even lift the same weight that you are lifting right now. Or 5 years ago, you couldn't run 5 kilometers. But right now, you're doing it. Like, compare yourself to your past. Think about what I am doing better than the last year, or last 5 years, or last month, even. 5 years ago, you didn't know the sum of the knowledge that you have already. Do not compare yourself to somebody who's doing Iron Man, for example. And do not compare yourself to somebody who's lifting literally 200 kilograms. Compare yourself, your past. Because you used to lift 20. Right now you're doing 60? That's crazy. Just say to yourself, oh, I'm doing better than last time. So yeah. And then you will see the improvement. You will see actually that what you're doing is actually correct. And always encourage yourself. Always learn, but do not compare. The next thing I want to talk is stop giving your energy to people who don't respect you. Not everybody deserves a place in your life. And I had to learn this from hard way. Some people just bring drama, negative thing to your life, and it will gonna actually impact you for your own peace and your discipline and all this kind of stuff. I used to try please everybody, stay connected with the person who doesn't care about me, and it will just lead to lose my boundaries. But over time I realized that it's just dragging me down. When I actually started giving the energy to people who deserve it and stop giving the energy to people who doesn't even care about me, it will bring me peace more. I have like really less friends right now. I do connect with a lot of people, I do talk with some of the people, but I do not give the same energy to everybody. I have people who deserve my energy and I love to talk with them and I spend a lot of time with them. But I have some of the people like a coworker or like somebody you know, I will not give the same energy to that person. And it will just give you to stay in your boundaries. And this is actually really important. Because if you give the same energy to everybody, some people don't give the same and you will just gonna think, am I doing something wrong? Am I doing that? Or some kind of stuff. So the reality is it's not the one you are doing something wrong. You're giving the energy to somebody, but it's not giving the same. So it's not your fault because everybody have their own character. Like some people don't like to talk a lot. Some people do love to talk a lot. And some people are like very introverted and ambiverted or sociable. The thing is, that's why I talk with people differently because of the energy they are giving. And you realize that you're giving energy to people who doesn't respect you, just take all your energy back to yourself. Because at the end of the day, all the energy needs is you. So give the energy who respects you, who cares about you, who loves you. Like friends, your partner, your family, your siblings, but not everybody. And you will realize that it's actually changing your life because you're protecting your peace by giving the energy to people who actually deserve. The next thing Stop waiting for motivation. A lot of people say that the motivation came first and then people will do that. But no. The motivation come after you, when you take the action. If you wait the motivation, you will not gonna do it. Or you will just gonna lose. For example, I used to think really bad about motivation. What I mean by bad, too much. I used to listen. I'm gonna be honest, from my own past experience, when I was preparing for the university, I used to listen motivational videos, audios, at least 10 times a day before I start my study, before I go somewhere, or before I do something. But in reality, for example, I used to think while going to the library, but I realized that I actually did the first action and then I'm listening motivation. For example, going to the library is the action, taking action. Or sitting on your desk to study, but before that you're listening motivation, but you actually did the action, which is sitting on your desk to study. If you wait the motivation, you're not gonna do it. I always believe in discipline, but motivation will come and goes. Everybody have motivation. One day at night, you listen to somebody or you saw something and you're gonna say, oh my god, I will gonna wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow, that you have been waking up at 9 or 10, and you're thinking, oh, I'm gonna be waking up at 5 and go for a run, and I will do that, I will do this. And in the morning, what you did? You didn't wake up. The reasoning is the motivation were at night, but not in the morning. Not everybody can wake up in the morning. Not everybody have motivation in the morning. Anytime. Do you think everybody have motivation to go to the gym constantly? No. For example, I work more than 10 hours a day. Literally. And after work, I go to the gym. Those days I was it was in Ramadan. After work, I needed to do cooking for iftar and eating iftar and then going to the gym. Do you think I had motivation to do that? I came 10 hours of work and I wanted to go to the gym to lift and do more cardio and all this kind of stuff. I was already tired. No, because the reality here is discipline. I go constantly to go to the gym because it is discipline. Another thing, a lot of Muslims actually understand this, praying 5 times. It is also discipline. It's not like you want to pray one thing when you have motivation. I know some people, they actually do pray when they want, or somebody they don't. Motivation is not applied in the praying 5 times in Islamic world. You need to pray 5 times even if you want it or not. If you build a discipline for something, it will just gonna be your habit. In the beginning, it might be some motivation. You will gonna say, oh my god, it's because I have motivation. But if you do it more, it will gonna be discipline. And if you do it more and more, it will gonna be just your usual habit. And that's why when you have motivation, you will gonna put some kind of unrealistic things to yourself. And in the morning, if you couldn't wake up, you will gonna say, oh my god, I couldn't do it because I don't have motivation, or I am lazy, and all this kind of stuff, and it will make you more insecure. But the reality is, if you have been waking up at 9 or 10, wake up 1 hour before. Or there are different techniques to do. Everybody have their different body system. Learn your body system. For example, some people just from 9 they change to 5 and straight 1 month straight, no rest days, 1 month straight 5 a.m. and then it will gonna be discipline. But some people start doing that 1 hour before or half hour before they do it, and they will go for 5. Learn your body system and do it. Do not wait the motivation. If you wanted to go to the gym, go, and after some time you realize that it's one of your biggest decisions. And one of the biggest decisions you made will make you happy. Discipline is what actually creates life growth and success. Learning to act even when you are not feeling ready is one of the most powerful skill you can learn. The last habit that I want to talk is stop filling your silent with your phone. Silent is becoming the lost art. And I used to, like, every time there is a silent moment, I used to reach out my phone. And we're losing the beauty of silence. You can do a lot of things in the silence. You can think a lot of things in the silence. And a lot of the time, people just say silence is kind of awkward. And that's why at that time, they will just gonna reach out to their phone and to feel the silent. It can be like very unnoticeable or really harmless habit, but if you really pay attention that you are like literally giving all your time to something. But I realized that my mind was actually restless. I can say that like I did a lot of the biggest decisions of my life when I was in silence. I was like thinking and I create some kind of stuff or I think about it and I was like, okay, that is really, really good idea. And I will think more because I decided not to go on my phone and scroll some kind of like videos, but I decided to think about something. Or just going for a run without headphone. I would say like going for a gym without headphone, but in the gym a lot of the time there is a music, so I was not thinking and reflecting my own thoughts. Like I was not feeling emotions because every time I was on my phone when I was in the silent moment. And I started allowing myself to give like at least 5 minutes of my day when I was in silence, like thinking about some kind of stuff, like doing meditation and it will gonna improve your focus, your energy, and a lot of things. Learning to be with your own mind is one of the biggest powerful habits you can learn, and it will gonna improve your mental peace and personal growth. You can do meditation, you can pray, and just give yourself some time to think, because every time when you're grabbing your phone, when you're in silence, you're just losing your life. Just being on your phone every second will just gonna lose your own life, because every time we have this chance, you're just losing the time to reconnect with yourself. So that's why do not always grab your phone when you have some time to think about your something that you want to do, because a lot of the time my YouTube videos or my ideas for Instagram and all this kind of stuff will gonna come when I was in silence, just sitting. At the end of the day, improving your life is not always building new habits, but stopping some of the habits that we are doing without realizing it. I hope this video actually helps you, and if you learn some kind of stuff from me, please comment below and follow me, that I'm gonna be sharing more about thoughts that I have in the future. And I hope you learned a lot, and I hope you will just gonna stop those things if you really have the problem. My name is Medina, and see you next time.